Solid. That's the first word that comes to mind following a short drive in Hyundai's recently revealed 2018 Kona. And I do mean short, on site at Hyundai's Research and Development Center in Namyang, South Korea. I'm only allowed about 10 minutes behind the wheel of the new subcompact crossover. But while my impressions of the Kona are limited, what I can say with assurance that this new Hyundai appears to have a ton of potential. The US spec Kona will be revealed at the 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show this November, and sales are expected to start shortly thereafter in early 2018. When it arrives, US customers will have a choice of two engines. Base A and SEL models will come with a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter inline-4 with 147 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque, and a 6-speed automatic transmission. But here in Namyang, I'm driving a Kona fitted with the upgraded 1.6-liter turbocharged engine. Good for 175 horsepower and 195 pounds-feet of torque, paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. This power plant will only be offered on higher-grade limited and ultimate trims. Taking off from a stop on a closed course inside Hyundai's R&D facility, the turbo engine is smooth and powerful, and very refined. Peak torque from the 1.6-liter mill comes on at just 1,500 revolutions per minute and stays strong up through 4,500 revolutions per minute. The 7-speed transmission smoothly shifts at predictable points. And even when dialing up the Kona's sport mode, the only other setting aside from comfort, the transmission doesn't suddenly become an overly aggressive partner for this torquey engine. Hyundai expects 35 to 40% of U.S. buyers will opt for the turbo. And while it's one of the more powerful motors in the subcompact class, Hyundai officials say it's likely to have better than average fuel economy. Elsewhere in the world, the Kona will be sold with a 1.0-liter gasoline 3-cylinder engine, as well as a 1.6-liter diesel inline-4. But don't hold your breath for either of those to come stateside. Similarly, don't look for a higher output version from Hyundai's newly launched N brand either. The next big powertrain upgrade for Kona will involve electrification. The Kona's solidity is felt on a short drive of the automaker's handling course. With varying road surfaces and long stretches of ground pavement, the steering has a light action that offers appropriate feedback, nothing groundbreaking, but above average for the small CUV set. Similarly, the chassis is firm without being too stiff or crashy. The 18-inch wheels of this test car soaking up pavement imperfections with aplomb. I'll obviously need to get the Kona out on the road for longer periods of time before making a final assessment, but this initial drive reveals a crossover that's sure-footed. Remembering recent drives in vehicles like the Jeep Renegade, Nissan Juke, and Toyota CHR, I'm prepared to say the Kona's road manners are superior. Front-wheel drive is standard across the board, and all-wheel drive will be optional on all trims, regardless of engine. Hyundai says the AWD system defaults to front drive most of the time unless slip is detected, though drivers can manually put the Kona into a sort of AWD lock mode, where power is continuously sent to all four wheels. The U.S. will be one of the Kona's most important markets, and in order for it to have nationwide success, Hyundai knows it needs to offer a capable all-wheel drive system. Hyundai will release pricing details closer to the crossover's launch, but product planners tell me it will be in line with the Kona's competitors. and less expensive than the $22,500 starting price of Toyota's Sea-Hour. A base MSRP right around $20,000 seems like a safe bet.